The president has not committed to putting boots on the ground in Gaza. He has also said that the United States is not going to pay for the rebuilding of Gaza. His administration is going to work with our partners in the region to reconstruct this region. And let me just take a step back here, because this is an out-of-the-box idea. That's who President Trump is. That's why the American people elected him. And his goal is lasting peace in the Middle East for all people in the region. Here that he expects these nations in the region to step up and to accept Palestinian refugees who will be temporarily relocated for the rebuilding of Gaza. As for whether Prime Minister Netanyahu was aware before the president's remarks, he was indeed. I wasn't present for that reaction. But again, this is something the president has been socializing and thinking about for quite some time.
As far as your question about the Gaza piece, let me go back and say that place right now, and I think the aerial images confirm, is not habitable, not just because of the destruction due to the conflict and the fact that the Hamas cowards hide underground, but also because there are unexploded munitions. There are all kinds of weapons, including Hamas weapons, in the location. That all has to be cleaned up. I think President Trump has offered to go in and be a part of that solution. And if some other country is willing to step forward and do it themselves, then that would be great. But no one seems to be rushing forward to do that. And that has to happen. That's the reality. That place, Gaza, right now has unexploded munitions, lots of rockets and weapons and other things that Hamas was using there. And that needs to be dealt with. And it's very difficult to do that when you have populations on top. If some other country is willing to step forward and do that job themselves, then I encourage them to do so. But it seems to me that there are a lot of countries in the world that like to express concern about Gaza and about the Palestinian people, but very few are willing in the past to do anything concrete about it. And so I think President Trump is trying to stir that and hopefully get a reaction from some countries who do have both the economic and technological capacity to contribute to a post-conflict region.
Will be able to return or not?
Well, again, I mean, that area, when you're removing munitions that are unexploded, I don't think you want people living next to unexploded munitions and weapons depots that have been left behind or are in place because of what Hamas has done. So I think that's just a realistic reality that in order to fix a place like that, people are going to have to live somewhere else.
Thank you very much. The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it, too. We'll own it and be responsible for dismantling all of the dangerous unexploded bombs and other weapons on the site, level the site and get rid of the destroyed buildings, level it out, create an economic development that will supply unlimited numbers of jobs and housing for the people of the area.